U.S. National oil supplies and gas and those kind of things. So anyway, we'll look at this. So hurricane force winds downtown. It's going to continue to get worse. Tornado warnings continue off to my east, to the northeast of Lake Arthur. They crossed I-10 near Jennings and Crawley, and then the winds, very insane winds now are coming north. So again, we're going to recap at the. If you're in, you can see the winds. Wow. I'm seeing something interesting. I don't want to say nothing yet, but I'm seeing something very interesting on the radar. Yeah, wow. Let's see what this thing does here. I'm going to see. This is going to be a really close call for Lake Charles metro area. If we get in the eastern eye wall, let's see what it does here as it comes up. The northern eye wall is onshore now. The northern eye wall, not the eye, the northern eye wall. Extremely destructive winds are moving onshore now. Both southeast of Port Arthur. That's going to be Holly. That's going to be Cameron. That's going to be in this area. And I'm going to stop the loop here so you can follow. This is look at the winds on this backside here real quick. Yeah, so let's go here. We got winds 150, 150, and 155, guys. These are sustained, and this is very, very serious. Cat 4 upper cat just below Cat 5. They got winds of 178 here in the western eye wall. And when those cores come down, if you get winds that mix down, you could have gusts in excess of 150, pretty easy. 165, 170 on this eastern eye wall, and that's coming on shore now. The Maryland's just about to come on shore. Here's the coastline, the parish there, and the intense, extremely destructive winds and storm surge is coming on shore right now, and it continues to move to the north. It's Kathy's streaming over there, okay, babe, and she's got all things going on. I can't pay attention to everything right now, but anyway, hurricane force winds downtown. And they continue to intensify, and I'm watching to make sure I don't get hit by a tornado vortex. They say, okay, I'm also concerned now. There's a lot of stuff going on all at the same time here, folks. I've got to have new batch of tornadoes now forming right here. New tornadoes. You can see the changeover right here. We're going to have new tornadoes developing immediately south and east of Lake Charles, south of west of Lake Arthur. These are going to be new developing tornadoes. We're going to probably have additional tornado warnings coming in south of Lake Charles here shortly. I'm sure the weather's supposed to see those. You can see all these little bitty notches on this band. They're starting to hook. You got also more Abbeville. You got significant up at Crawley, Jennings. You can see all the different notches are rapidly moving northwest. And these are also, the winds are getting higher and higher and higher now. 100-mile winds now coming in, 105, 110 southwest of Lake Arthur. So 100 plus now is crossing, that's going to be crossing 14. It's now very near and crossing 1490 to 100-mile winds. And just now south of us here, not very far, about 15 miles. And the super destructive winds are still barely offshore, about 10 miles. So the 130, 150 is just about to cross over here. This is this box, okay? And as this box lifts to the north, and this eye, the center eye is right here, then offshore flow here, onshore flow here, tremendous storm surge, Cameron, Holly Beach, all the way over here in this parish. This is going to be a 15 to 20 foot storm surge, like to this northeast quadrant here. Maybe it would not be surprising to see 20 foot storm surge in this area right in here. A horrendous, historic storm surge is underway, coming onshore now. But this is an historic hurricane for Louisiana. This is we're 11:55 p.m. August 26th, Category 4, high 4, just below Cat 5. Hurricane Laura is moving to the northwest at 15 miles an hour, and the northern eye walls go back to bank's reflectivity, and the northern eye wall continues to move onshore. And you can see they're in the very heavy, destructive winds now. Is this area very destructive winds now at Cameron, over to just to the Pecan Island area over here. You're getting very heavy damage at Pecan Island over to Cameron. There's extremely damaging winds, extremely storm surge. It's crossing 82. 82 completely underwater at probably upwards of 4 to 6 feet along 82, 4 to 6 feet or higher. Storm surge now crossing 82. This is all under massive, and this stormless water is going to be surging rapidly northward, coming up these canals, these bayous. It's going to be coming surge. It's going to be offshore flow, but the water's going to surge up in this area rapidly now. Over the next 4 hours, water's going to climb rapidly. If you're in Lake Charles, if you're in the low outlying areas, get ready to move to high ground. if you're in a low-lying area, hopefully you've evacuated, but the water will start rising and Lake Charles over the next 2 to 3 hours. I expect water to start flooding coming into downtown Lake Charles. Water, I can't see over the wall right now. The wind's too hard, but I'm sure we're going to have water in addition to start spilling over into the west side of downtown, probably in the next hour or two, based on storm surge. They look at tidal gauges. But anyway, that's what's going on right now there. And you can see we've got inside vortexes, and this eye is it's just amazing watching this eye as it tries to make landfall, and just how it's getting compressed. And it's you can see all these high winds here on the northwest side, 155, 162, 168. This is the western eye wall. That's why I'm telling you, do not go outside. If you get in the eye and this back eye comes over you, you don't want to be outside. Do not go outside. If you go from the 150-mile-an-hour winds, you're going to want to go outside and look and see properties, okay? Don't do that. You'll have maybe about an hour, hour and a half break, depending on where you're at in the eye. Let's go back to reflectivity. This eye, we'll look at this closely here, and it looks like this eye is getting compressed a little bit. It's about a 28-mile wide, 28-mile wide eye. So as this eye comes up toward Cameron, I'm getting... this is very interesting. I don't want to say nothing yet, but I've got thoughts. I think there's a increasing possibility that it's going to be a really close. It's going to be a cliffhanger, but I think there's increasing possibility. The eastern and southeastern sides, the western southwestern sides of Sulphur, right in this area right here, is a pretty strong possibility you're going to get inside the eye, meaning that the most destructive winds stay near downtown and right at Westlake, and you might go in the column. You're going to have destructive winds go through. Sulphur may get in the core of the eye, as well as venting back to my west here. So this area right here, you may be fortunate enough to get actually in the eye and get out of the most destructive winds once it gets up here. Something like this. Again, we'll just see how this thing wobbles. You see how close it is. And it may, if it decides to come due north or more northerly, because the farther it gets north, it's going to want to have a tendency, instead of moving like this, it's going to want to start moving like this, and then it'll move like this as it gets up in this gets this area. So the question is, do we get in the center calm eye? See the stars? I don't know. It's going to be a very, very close call. But before we get there, we've got a lot of damaging, destructive winds coming. My winds are very insane now outside the wind. Let me see if I can show you here. I'm pointing the cameras going that way to YouTube, and I'm looking back to my east here out the other periscope window, and I'm see if I can roll my window down. Now that's going to be flooding rains. Let's do this out this other window here. And again, the super destructive winds are just about 10 miles south of Lake Charles. The winds are very intense, probably over 100 just south of us here. Not far, 75, 85 now, 85, maybe 100, right at 100, just west of Lake Arthur. Also, the other community over there earlier was, I believe, another community. They're coming over you as well. Let me go back west west of Bell City, Barrett. You're approaching 100 miles an hour now. So all along the 14, going east-west here, south of the I-10 corridor, you're going to have very destructive winds. Lake Arthur, Bell City, Barrett, 100-mile-an-hour winds are coming ashore. These are moving to the northwest as the eye comes up. They're going to continue to move to the north. Huckleberry, you're in the 100-mile-an-hour plus mile-an-hour winds. You're going to soon be in the I visited with people down there yesterday. They're all evacuated there. I'm very concerned about this entire area even being left after tonight, to be honest with you. This area will continue to rise to the northwest, and the very damaging, destructive winds that will come up to Orange, Bridge City, your low line in this area, Bridge City on the north side of Port Arthur. This will go underwater. Bad will go underwater, deep underwater. This north side of the bridge here is only about less than about 2 to 3 feet above sea level, and a little on both hands, maybe. Okay, and that area. So Kathy says people want me to go back to radar. So we'll go back to next radar. Let me switch over to my other deal. This is outside the window while I change gears here. You see the wind is picking up, and I'm going to start something else here. I'm going to look at the damaging winds coming in on my other system here. So far, internet's holding. Cell service is holding. Power is holding downtown Lake Charles so far. Got 4 bars on LTE Verizon, but it's just sitting there spinning. and spinning and spinning. So no luck there. Let's look at one other thing here. I've got something else I'm going to show you. Hang on. It's loading. It's trying to load. Is it loading? Let's see here. Power flashes. South side of downtown here. Like immediately southeast, on the southeast side of downtown Lake Charles, maybe half mile southeast downtown, multiple power explosions. There's more and more trees come down, more and more power outages. Huge green glows. Okay. Yeah, we got rapid scan. Okay, here we go. Okay. Yeah, I'm about to make a call here. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and say it. I think Lake Charles, we're going to go in the eye. I think we're going to get inside the eye, probably the eastern eye wall or inside the eye. If you look at it, it looks like to me, they can jog west of here a little bit, but I think there's an increasing chance we're going to get in the eye, going from 130, 150, 60 mile an hour wind gusts to calm down to 10 or 15. May go to partly cloudy skies and actually see the stars and the moon out. Probably closer to 3 a.m., roughly 2:33 a.m. would be my best guess right now as the northern eye wall. That's the current satellite. Look at that eye, just under Cat 5. It's a high Cat 4. Winds sustained at 150 miles an hour. Gust, I believe, last time I checked was 175 or 180. It's way up there. And let's go back to radar here. And wow, look at that eye. Look at that. Look at that. This thing is numerous tornado winds over at Abbeville. Southwest of New Iberia, this area of Fenton, Crowley, Abbeville, northeast of Abbeville. And folks, it's going to get much, much worse coming in from south of Lake Charles. The winds are sustained here. Let me go to another way, and we'll go to storm relative velocity and just look at, I got to look at different velocity products. Oh yeah, it's getting up here. Okay, yeah, 70, yeah, it's so close to the radar. I'm just, it's going to, we're almost hurricane force winds coming in downtown Lake Charles now. And it looks like Huckleberry 75. It's just southwest of the radar site, and we're basically right on the cloud deck. I've got 95 mile an hour winds at Huckleberry, just on the surface. We're so close to radar, only a few miles, we're 5, 7, 10 miles away. We're not very high up at that point. So very close. So yeah, 75 plus southeast of town. So we're going to go to 75 plus, close to 100 miles an hour. It's now probably less than about 15 miles southwest and southeast of Lake Charles. 100 mile an hour winds are going to be coming in toward downtown in probably the next, let's call it 40 minutes, 35 to 40 minutes. And those are going to continue to make their way to the north. And I'm getting some extreme values. It's actually exceeding the radar. 140 miles an hour on the west side. Look at the color pot there, 145, 140. This is in base velocity. Let's go to super res. Oh my gosh. 175 mile an hour winds offshore. This is not surface, probably 3,000 feet above the ground. That's going to be, let me look at this here real quick. Let me do a real quick scan. Yeah, that's got to be at 2,000 feet. So 2,000 feet off the ground, 175 mile an hour winds at about 2,000 to 2,500 feet above the ground. And this is off the Lake Charles radar. Okay, 170, you can see the numbers there, folks. 165, 175, 175 mile an hour winds at 2,500 feet. People don't live at 2,500 feet, but what happens is with those high intense winds staying up like that, and you'll see that's right before you get to the calmer winds in the eye wall. So let's go over this again. And let's talk about safety here. And again, I'm going to keep hammering this hard. And that is, if you've got kids or husband or wife, elderly parents, if you're not already in the bathroom, in the lowest level of your house, if you're in a downtown high-rise and you're one of these buildings, most people evacuated, and some of the condos and some of these high-rises down around Lake Charles area, go to the lowest floor possible, possibly the first or second floor. If that's not possible, get into the stairwell, the concrete reinforced stairwell of the office buildings. Get to the lowest level. Keep the doors closed. Do not open the doors, because if glass or windows break out, either floors above you or below you, the air can surge into those interior fire exits and create flying debris inside the building. So do not, once you get in there and you close those doors, keep the doors closed. If you're in a high-rise in downtown Lake Charles, if you're at home, get the kids, get your family, get into the interior hallway, get in the bathroom now, get in the steel tubs, get in, lay down flat as humanly possible into the bathroom, get as many walls between you and the outside walls. A lot of houses, A lot of roofs are going to come off houses in this entire area here, all the way from the west of Port Arthur, east of Port Arthur, including Port Arthur area, over to Orange, anywhere in this eye wall area. Extremely destructive winds. Many structures will fail, meaning roofs will come off. You may have walls collapse, metal buildings, the roofs will come off. You'll have flying missile debris. This is where the extremely destructive winds are coming on shore. Cameron is absolutely getting obliterated right now. It's getting hammered. The winds are way over 100 miles an hour, gusting to 150 with a possibly 20-foot storm surge. This is coming north, and now we are less than probably about 20 miles south of Lake Charles. Is going to be 120 to 150 mile an hour winds are coming north. Given the fact it's 25 to 30 miles south, less than 2 hours. It's 12:07 a.m. now, August the 27th. Hurricane Laura, Cat 4, high Cat 4, just below Cat 5, sustained at 150 miles an hour, is coming onshore now near Cameron, moving north-northwest at about 15 miles an hour. So again, for the kids and family fake, ensure washing, also any kind of protection. Remember to take your shoes in the bathroom. Remember to after the hurricane, if you have damage to your house, do not go outside. If there's wood and things come off houses, you're going to have nails in the wood and those kind of things. You don't want to go outside during the eye. There may be down power. You don't want to go outside. You don't tell them what kind of animal varmints are going to be up next to the house potentially. So the other thing is you got to worry about alligators as well. Let's talk about it. And then as well, we also got to talk about if you got just broken glass and things, you don't want to get injured during this time. And so those are the things you're thinking about. 80 plus mile an hour winds, maybe 85 or downtown now. The winds are getting more and more insane, and I can hear the howling sound now outside. I'd like to show you this other outside window here. I can't roll the window down, but it's pretty crazy out to my. Look at this. So it's just getting stronger and stronger. So those higher winds are coming up. This is, to be honest with you, this going to sound kind of unusual. I'm about ready to tell you. This is calm compared to what's coming. Okay, let me say that again. Right out my window right now is calm. It's not low. It's about 70 miles an hour. But what's coming down the road here in about an hour and a half now is going to make this look like a picnic. Right now, this is nothing compared to what's coming. Trust me when I'm telling you this. It will be unmerciful in about an hour and a half in downtown Lake Charles. It will be, you'll never forget what's going to happen in about 2 hours. The wind, the roar, and the sound outside will be nothing like you've ever heard in your life, even unless you've been through a Cat 4, high Cat 4, Cat 5, that area. The winds, the deafening roar will be just unbelievable loud. You won't even be able to, I've literally had people in the car 2 foot from you, you can't even hear them talking or yelling because the roar is so loud outside, okay? So you might even want to put earplugs in. It's bad. This thing is jogging northwest now. I really think we're going to possibly get in the eye in Lake Charles, which is going to be it's going to be close. This thing it's coming. Let me loop there. It's going to be close call, folks. This is it's going to be really close. It's going to try to go northwest. It's still moving northwest, but if it let's just watch it here and see what it does. These things kind of gyro, and they'll have a little ball of energy. There's with this intense convection, actually on this northwest side here, it's going to want to try, because with this deep, heavy convection, it's going to want to try to pull it this way, because pressure will keep staying lower with all this new convection mixing down to the ground. So pressures will fall, and it's going to want to keep trying to pull it to the northwest here. But also at the same time, we've got a little bit of southwest flow, not strong sure, a little bit of southwest flow coming in here. So at some point, it's going to quit doing this, and it's going to start doing this and start lifting up north, and then eventually northeast. It gets north of us up here, about 75 or 100 miles, and then take off to the northeast quickly, and then eventually east. So it's getting ready to make this turn, and the question is, where does it make that turn? We're still going to get extreme damage, very destructive winds, power storm surge. That's still all happening. But the question is, do we on the right-hand side of this eye, or are we right in the middle? Right now, it looks like it's going to come up right up highway out of Cameron, straight northward, is what it looks right now. It's eastern on Highway 27 on the Creo area. Cameron, the road down 27 that goes down through Huckleberry. It looks like the center of the eye is going to go from Cameron up to Huckleberry. It should track just east of Benton, and maybe possibly Sawyer, vent and sulfur, you may be in the eye completely, and there's a possibility, I think, uh, parts of Lake Charles may actually get in the eye, the eastern eye, or maybe the center of the eye. You just don't know until these final couple hours as these things compress and lift northwest here. It may go just barely northwest of us here on the eye, which is it's how wide this thing is now. It's yeah, 20. It's about 30 miles. The eye, which is it's how wide this thing is now. It's yeah, 20. It's about 30 miles